We are back. I'm Jacob Harris.
I'm Connor Walsh.
We are going to be reacting to A24's new movie, The Smashing Machine. It's a biopic on Mark Kerr's life. I'm not massively familiar with Mark Kerr, but he was pretty big in UFC back in the day. We'll look at it a little bit afterwards, but this is the trailer, and it has Dwayne Johnson in it, lifetime natty.
Lifetime natty.
So we're curious to see what.
Except that one time he tried them, and they didn't work for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with it, The Rock tried steroids and they didn't work, and he just decided to get like massive and strong on his own without the steroids, because the steroids were like, if anything, they were going to hinder him.
Yeah, if anything, he's like more natural. He's at a disadvantage than if he was just always natural, I think.
100% more natural than before, yeah, for sure. Let's look at this trailer and we'll see how we go. We'll pause it throughout if we see certain details. It is just going to be on the life of Mark Kerr. It looks like he's put on some makeup and things like that. Let's have a look.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
How do you know Mark Kerr?
Is it just me, Connor? Have you noticed this as well? Movie trailers now can't have a movie trailer without it being like the most epic song ever in the background, that they've remixed an old song and made like Danny Elfman or some person with an orchestra like remix it, and it sounds incredible. Are you feeling the intensity?
Yeah, for sure. It's doing the job.
It's doing the job, right? I'm excited. Let's see where it goes.
Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please.
Do you actually reckon he has that level of hamstring flexibility? I reckon that's CGI. They've CGI'd that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a bit of a unit. I mean, he's the only person in history steroids didn't work for, so maybe his hamstrings are just, next level superhuman.
Nah, that's a CGI leg. They've CGI'd.
CGI leg.
That's a CGI leg for sure.
Please welcome in his octagon debut, Mark Kerr!
Honestly, it's pretty crazy, the facial differences they've done with makeup. I mean, I can't even pick him up here, basically.
Yeah, I was thinking that just because we can. So this is who he's, Mark Kerr. This is who he's. Look at the traps on this guy.
Unit.
Yeah. You reckon this guy tried steroids?
I mean, there was no drug testing back then, so everyone was natty.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. Like the IPF used to be.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
100%. Look at him, man. Jesus.
Yeah. He's a unit.
He is a fucking unit. So they've done a good job. Yeah, you look at The Rock there. Also, probably because we've seen The Rock look the same for like 20 years. Almost like he's a lot of growth.
I reckon he was bigger in fucking the first Fast and Furious movie that he joined the crew on. I just remember he was fucking massive in that. Pain and Gain as well, obviously. Yeah, he was an absolute unit in that too.
Yeah, Pain and Gain, he was fucking massive in that, like uncomfortably big. Yeah, so on the surface they don't look similar, right?
No.
Yeah, fuck, man. He seems like a unit.
It's 40,000 people,
Yeah.
and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Connor, I saw this. I kind of know what that is. What's Advil?
It's just the American brand name for ibuprofen.
I thought it was like, I've heard it heaps, and I was like, it sounds like Panadol or ibuprofen or something like that. So it's not even strong.
No, it's just ibuprofen. It's just literally the brand.
That sucks. And so he's all fucked up, and they're like, yeah, bro, just take
That's
Nurofen.
why I was laughing at them, yeah.
It sounds like our healthcare system at Rockerdam Hospital when you rock up at 3 a.m. and they're like, have you tried Nurofen? You're like, nah, bro, I drove here first.
Yeah.
Nurofen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good, I'll try that.
No.
They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Get done. Can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
They've done a decent job, eh? Like, even check the ears, man.
I almost see more Stallone in that fucking still shot right there in the face.
I can see that. Yeah. He just needs like a little bit more brain damage, and then he'd be Stallone. Have you seen Escape Plan? The one where like Stallone's like in a prison and he's like a master escaper.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Stallone, who like I personally think is a little bit overrated.
You're going to regret this the rest of your life. Both seconds.
I didn't mind Rambo and like Rocky and stuff, but that Escape Plan's actually a decent movie. And I can kind of see it in his face there now that you're saying it.
Yeah.
The ears, I feel like, imagine being the guy packing the stuff into his ears. Someone's like, oh, what do you do for a living? You're like, oh, you know that shit that was packed into the Rock's ears and that like and it made him have cauliflower ears? That was me. I did that. I'm a makeup artist. Even the hair, man. It's weird to see him with hair. It's been so long.
Yeah, true.
It's a real spin out.
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman. Have you spoken to either about finding such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I faced it all.
I just need you to let me in.
I took the bull.
Always about you. Only about fighting you.
Look at him there, man. Fucking bro's been through it, eh? He also looks crazy.
He does.
Like, thick. What do you reckon about this door punch?
I faced it all.
I just need you to let me in.
I took the bull.
Do you reckon that was roid rage?
Nah, it's just natural testosterone rage right there. That's natural 2,000 nanograms per deciliter.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I took the bull.
Always about you. Only about fighting you.
Let's fucking go.
He looks a little bit more rockish there.
A lot more rockish, yeah.
I just need the eyebrow to go up.
Big strong man. I love you.
Think he wants your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
Because he's fighting Connor. Did you get that?
Yeah.
No
I'd
fighting.
go on.
I think it looks good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd fuck with it.
Oh, look what popped up.
Oh, what do we have here?
What? The Rock steroid accusations? Where did this tab come from? I don't know where this... Why is there so many articles?
Must just be like AI, you know, like when you say something, the ads start popping up.
Maybe. There's so much Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan says there's not a chance in hell.
So have you ever done DMT?
This is the one. Oh, it's the Lad Bible website. Look at the fucking Rock when he was younger, though. Apparently he was 15 in that photo.
Yeah, they got those very wide clavicles, good structure for it.
Little bit gyno-y, which apparently he has had and got it cut out. In an interview with MTV back in 2009, the wrestler turned actor revealed, "I tried it," Johnson admitted. "Me and my buddies tried it back in the day when I was 18 or 19. Didn't know what we were doing." During that time, Dwayne would be playing college football for the University of Miami. And it wasn't until after he graduated that Johnson launched his professional wrestling career, and by then he had sworn off steroids.
Interesting. Moved into one of the careers most largely known for steroid abuse, but that's when he decided to stop taking them. Interesting choice. It seems a little bizarre to me.
Counterintuitive almost.
Maybe he's the OG Psalm gobble.
I can't even remember some of the Psalms that we're getting around.
What was all fucking Ligandrol, bit of LGD 4033, maybe a bit of Osterine, MK2866, and then he uses some MK677 for appetite. Natty Plus.
Maybe. That's why we eat so many pancakes. Let's see what his transformation is like. Here we go. Because I remember watching him in like Walking Tall, Welcome to the Jungle, and like all those movies. But I mean, look at that. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think the second one might be a bit of an edit there, but he's...
What are you talking about, bro? That first one, that's not a filter at all. He just looks like that. His skin's just that grainy. There's one from Pain and Gain. Fuck, Jesus.
Yeah. I know, I just remember him like wearing like the big fucking like army boots and like the tight vest in one of the Fast and Furiouses, and he just looked like an absolute unit.
Yeah, just what website were you looking at that one, Connor?
I think it was RedTube. No, that was a different one.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that exact website. Did I link that to you, or did you link that?
I think you might have. Yeah.
Yeah. There's with him and Vin. That's not Vin Diesel. Did Vin Diesel look that good at some point?
It looks like the waist has been pulled a little bit there, but I reckon those arms look about peak Vin Diesel-esque.
Vin Diesel to me is like the equivalent of like beer breath from like a human that's like trying to hit on you at like a bar or something. Like.
Yeah, we just got bigger.
I remember going on like a bit of a, whatever you call it, like a like a binge on YouTube, and it turns out he's kind of like a weird pervert. I've seen him like hitting on people during interviews, and
There's always room for family.
Interesting.
he's got weird energy. You know what I mean? Apparently, him and The Rock didn't get along.
The Rock don't fuck with no one that doesn't make 2,000 nanograms from their own testicles.
Yeah. If you're not producing your own TRT above TRT level, then you're a pussy. The shirts get tighter, I swear. Like, but you know, it's fucked up. That's probably like a XXL, triple. Have you seen, what was that fucking spin-off movie they made with him and Jason Statham? Oh, it's Hobbs and Shaw. That's all I remember. Remember there's a scene where he's in the bathroom and he picks up the sink. He rips the sink off and starts fucking curling the sink. Yeah, no, he's got like a...
Oh, I got plenty of go.
You must have misplaced that. When I kicked your ass up and down that office of yours.
Yeah. Just like you Brits rewriting history, huh?
Look at his fucking arms,
was
man.
thrown out of a 4-story window.
Jumped. I jumped.
Look at him there.
You, one-on-one. No one else around. I will beat your ass like a cherry.
He's a fucking big dude, man. Like he's. I feel like he's just getting bigger.
Yeah, I mean, that happens when your testicles are so effective. I mean, he probably can't help it. Mate, poor fella's carrying all this extra tissue around that he has just no control over.
You know what he
keep magically appearing.
You know what he should do?
What?
He should start taking steroids, right? Because they don't work.
Exactly.
So then it would slow it down.
That's what is his anti-aging regime, so that he doesn't, get too big later in life and kill himself early. He needs to start lasting at least 2 grams of tren, I think.
100%. My favorite is this. This is a screenshot from it. I don't know if you've seen this. It was off one of the Fast and Furious movies. He's on the back of a truck or something, and there's a fucking chain hanging from a helicopter, and he grabs the chain, and he's like pulling the helicopter towards him with like a chain. It's fucking unreal.
It's insane.
His movies definitely started getting crazy, man. Fucking look at him there. So what do you think, like, in all seriousness, and when I say seriousness, I mean, we'll still probably fuck around. But do you think this is one of those scenarios, like, he is fucking, I don't know if he's Polynesian. I don't know if that's the word for it, or he's like I actually don't know where he's from. But
He's some kind of islander descent for sure.
Okay, let's go with that. We know he's not natural, right? I mean, we don't think he's natural. So
Definitely.
Do you think there's a possibility that, like, he's got very good genetics and he's not actually running that much? Like, do you think it's possible for a human being to look like this and not run a lot? Or do you think there's just no fucking chance in hell that he's not running like a fair bit? Like, just guessing.
A lot is subjective to the individual.
Of course.
But I definitely think that it's, especially at this point in his career where he's not really getting like bigger, he's just maintaining the already extraordinarily impressive physique. I probably don't think he needs a whole lot to maintain the look that he currently has. He clearly had insane genetics. That is definitely a genetic pool that has a propensity for carrying large amounts of tissue. They also have big bone structure, as you saw in that photo of him from when he was 15. His clavicles are just absolutely as wide as anything. Like, you could tell he was going to be a big human before he'd even filled his frame out. So yeah, I honestly think that The Rock probably can achieve his physique on considerably less than what a mediocre person would need to take in order to even have a chance at looking like The Rock.
What about getting big? Do you think he definitely had to run some heavy shit though?
I would say probably at one point or another in his life, he's pushed things a little bit harder, but the genetic variance in response to drugs is quite insane. 500 milligrams to one person and then 500 milligrams of something to the next can have a tenfold different result. And there are some people that you just unfortunately, or fortunately, their genetics make you jealous and they just grow like weeds on absolutely nothing. And I mean, to be completely honest, at this point in his career, I would not be surprised if he's only using stuff that's pharmaceutically prescribable. Growth hormone, testosterone. I think they can prescribe Anavar still at some of the clinics over there. Maybe a little bit of Nandrolone.
What do you reckon how he looks here? Wild, eh?
He does look pretty wild there. Look, if I were to guess that what a normal person was taking to look something like this, I would probably say he's always very vascular, but not in the way of like tons and tons of veins, but the veins that are there are thick and ropey.
Ropey.
They are. They look like hose pipes. Look at that thing on his bicep. There's not like a ton of vascularity there, but what is there is extraordinarily prominent. I would guess for a normal person, it's probably maybe a little bit of an EQ, like something that's giving you a thicker blood by increasing red cell count and hematocrit. This possibly be something like that. But again, I would not be surprised if, for legal reasons, The Rock would stay away from compounds like that when he has access to prescribable pharmaceutical grade compounds that are going to do what he needs them to do at this stage in his career without actually having to break the law and being able to travel with them and, all these other things. Obviously, it would be a very big news story had The Rock got busted with some equipoise traveling to another country to film. He can travel with his prescription testosterone, growth hormone, whatever, no issues. So I would say someone of that kind of celebrity status, I would say that portion also plays a bit of a role in what compounds they would choose to run. Not to mention, honestly, it probably would not be surprised if in the fine prints of some of his films, it is paid for or as part of a business expense within the film. And clearly you can't list a underground steroid dealer as a business expense. However, private pharmaceutical stuff most likely can be listed as a business expense within the American tax system.
Very well educated answer, Connor. Appreciate your insight. I am not as educated with you on the substances, but I agree with the sentiment of your input because
I appreciate that, Jacob.
Yeah, I appreciate that you appreciate it, but I think it makes total sense too. And it'd just be cool for him to just one day be like, you know what? I was fucking taking everything. This is how I took. I was 0.033 negative % body fat, debol. But yeah, it's we don't live in that world. But it's just
look, maybe one day a HRT clinic will pay him enough to kind of start doing like the Mike O'Hearn thing, where the all lifetime naturals now maybe hinting at the fact he's on some TRT, possibly because he works for a testosterone replacement clinic now under Titan Medical.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing that.
He is quite interesting for a natural to be working with a testosterone replacement clinic therapy.
To me, I think he's overtaken Mike O'Hearn. I think we give Mike O'Hearn this lifetime natty kind of card, but I think that Dwayne's actually might be the best lifetime natty.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah, I don't think Mike O'Hearn ever got to what does he actually weigh in at? I don't actually know the
weight wise. I don't know. I think he has been up at like 250, 260 pounds, which is close to 120 kilos, but much better conditioning. And I believe at some point Mike O'Hearn has actually held a few powerlifting records potentially as well.
The Rock is 118 kilos apparently. So yeah, Mike's definitely winning. I definitely feel like we need to do John Cena next.
Yes, because he's another one in the same camp. Guys, dude, I've seen videos of him squatting like 600 pounds for reps, good form, minimal equipment.
If anyone's watching this and they're like, do John Cena, message us and tell us that you want us to do certain people, because The Rock was an obvious one. And there's so much more to talk about with the guy. So we can always do like part 2s and stuff. But I think the new movie looks really cool. You think it looks cool, right, Connor?
Yeah, I'm not a movie guy, but it's a solid hook with the trailer, that's for sure.
And I think if these people are going to do steroids, even if they're probably nutty, but if they were doing steroids, we might as well fucking take advantage of it and get them to play movies where they can do like biopics and play people who were absolute monsters.
Especially, I mean, when you're just naturally built for the job. No one else can do it.
100%.
It's God's gift.
Just all natty.
All natty.
You have heard it here. Dwayne Johnson is natural. I'm Jacob Harris.
And I'm Connor Walsh.
We'll see you next time.